Hello everyone, this is Mehak Upadhyay. Welcome back to our channel. Currently, I am serving as a legal intern at Lexington Company. Today's topic of discussion is international laws and its subject matter. What does the term subject matter of international law defines? So the term says, the terms means on what is the ambit of this international law on which whom they are applied, who are the persons or the legal entities that are governed by the international law, or what are who are these legal personalities, who are the one who having the rights and duties to be maintained and to be enforced by the international law. On the answer that who on the answer to who are the subject matter of international law, our jurists has been divided into two groups. First says only the states are the subject matter of international law, while the other says no, only individuals are the subject matter of the international law. Between these two views, there is a third view, a moderate view, maintaining a harmony between these both the views and saying neither the states alone nor the individuals alone can constitute the subject matter of international law, but a state alone with individuals and alone with certain non-state entities has been defined or are the main subject matter of the international law, who can get their rights and duties to be maintained and to be enforced by the international law. Or we can say the means states, individuals, and non-certain no and non-state entities are the one for whom about whose right and duties are the international law more concerned with. Let's discuss these theories one by one. First view is uh, realist theory. Realist theory says that states are the only subjects with international law is concerned. The main point of this theory is because they say domestic laws are more concerned with the rights and duties of an individual. So similarly, international law at international level is more concerned only with the rights and entities of the states, nor the uh, nor the individuals. Even a jurist Oppenheim, he is the most noted jurist of the international law, says falls in tune with the orthodox view and holds that the laws of nations is primarily a law of international conduct of states and not of their citizens. So he clearly says that only the states are the subject matters of international law and not the individuals. This theory met with certain criticism because they say because they forgot to appreciate the sanctions, appreciate the you can say the punishments that has been imposed on individual when they do not comply by the international law. So realist theory was not complete in a whole. Next theory we have is fictional theory. Next theory we have is fictional theory. Fictional theory says only the individuals are subject of international law. How they on what view they base their theory? They says that states cannot be exist without individuals. States are a group of individuals who on the international platform collect, aggregate, or uh, meet to get their right enforced internationally. So these are only the international individual human beings who are the subject of international law, because even through the rights of states, they are more concerned only with the rights of the individuals. The Professor Kelsen says who is the chief exponent of this fictional theory, they said the notion of a state is purely a technical legal concept serving to embrace the totality of legal rules applying to a group of persons lying in a defined territorial area. Means they define the state only as a group of persons living in a territorial area who get their rights enforced, get their right to maintained via international law at international platform. So, according to this, only the welfare of individuals are the more concerned thing of an international law. However, saying that the uh, is rights and duties of a state are only a fictional things are is not the appreciable view, because uh, most of the international law is more concerned with the rights and duties only of the state and not of the individuals. So, our next theory is functional theory. Functional theory maintain a harmony between both the views, and they say the these states, these individuals, and along with certain non-state entities are the one to be governed by the international law. So they say the international organizations means like UN, international organizations where all the states collect, aggregate to form an organization so that their rights can be preserved or their rights can be safeguarded. ICJ held that UN is a state subject of international law and capable of possessing rights and duties, and it has capacity to maintain its right by bringing international claims. So the functional view not only uh, expanded the demarcations that was earlier by the orthodox views or the fictional views. They say along with the states, along with the individuals, we have international organizations like UNOs, we have non state entities like